Okay, let's start.
Is it time?
It's time.
Alrighty. It's like Bob and Steven and Mark are all watching. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Getting the week off to a bumpy start. I found out that those anonymous forces in Portland and where else? Minnesota were not actually federal employees. They weren't with the Homeland Security or anything like that. They were mercenaries. So the executive branch is hiring mercenaries to abduct people in our cities. Is that even constitutional?
It seems wrong,
It's
but
very
evidently
wrong.
the Pentagon said no thanks, we don't want that job.
Yeah.
And so they had to find somebody willing to do it.
Well, Pentagon knows better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty scary right there, hiring mercenaries to go in and attack United States citizens. Also funny, the executive branch was disagreeing with the Pentagon policy of removing Confederate names and statues from military bases, but the executive branch decided they wanted to contest that, so they're fighting to allow what would you say, honoraries of people that attacked the United States on United States bases. That just doesn't seem right either. It's a mad world. What else we got going today? Senate is working on a new stimulus bill. They're talking about another $1,200 check. They're also talking about payroll tax deduction or reduction. Sorry.
It's the payroll, the Fed subsidies to your. Well, they reduced the federal payroll tax is gone. They were going to reduce that, and they decided not to. So you still got to pay taxes. But they also, this is the one that hurts, is that they've dropped the aid to for renters and for mortgage. The moratorium is gone.
Yeah, moratorium was up last
and
week.
then they cut about 2/3 the federal stimulus in your unemployment, federal subsidies. So I'm curious what everybody's going to do now.
Right. Yeah, with 1/3 of people not being able to pay their mortgage or rent for the past 3 months. Moratorium ended last week. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll get another moratorium. But you're still going to end up owing the money, even though you've been out of work for months and months. I mean, why couldn't they just put it on the back end? You know, if you have a 19 years left on your mortgage, you're gonna let you slide for 6 months, and after 6 months, you got 19 years and 6 months to go. It easy. Other countries did it. Yeah.
Canada's still doing it.
Canada's still doing it. They're also getting $2,000 a month. Everybody.
And they've also got their COVID under control.
They do have their COVID under control. Yeah. We thought it was fake for 6 months and wanted to play golf with football players. So we're still doing that. Let's see here. There's so much going on. It's just ridiculous. The protests, the poverty, the homelessness is about to go through. Meanwhile, Congress and and the executive branch are doing nothing. They're saying that it would take 3 to 12 weeks to figure out the new unemployment benefits that expire next week. People don't have 3 to 12 weeks. Most people don't even have a week.
So what are we going to do? Rent's due on the 1st
Right.
for most people, and there's no more moratorium on that. So if folks aren't paying, then the owners of the buildings they're renting are stuck. If they can't pay their notes, then the banks are stuck.
Yeah.
Holding the bag, and they're out. I've read of people actually moving out now and moving back home with mom and bringing the grandkids
Oh yeah.
with them.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't afford rent, then your landlord can't afford to pay their mortgage, and then banks foreclose, and everybody suffers except who doesn't suffer.
Who's that?
And real estate investors. They're going to be snapping up properties dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Dirt cheap. And a lot of Democrats and Republicans in Congress, in the Senate, invest in properties. One of them is like one of the largest property owners in California. They're going to be making a ton of money. It kind of explains it why they're not doing anything right away.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
money on
schools are opening in less than a month now.
Yeah.
They're supposed to. Where are you on that? How's your daughter who's been sick?
Oh, she's doing a lot better. All the symptoms are gone. Still can't taste or smell anything, but doesn't feel bad anymore. And
Well, that's good.
yeah, good to go. And I tested negative, and I'm feeling great. I dodged a bullet on that one.
So the kids from high school in Caddo Parish are about to graduate finally, but they don't know for sure whether school will be open next year. Teachers are saying, please don't do that
Yeah,
to us.
yeah, that's pretty scary if you're a teacher. My mom was a teacher she still does teach like 50 years, and I tell you, every year, those kids come into class and everybody's sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Teachers, school nurses, lunch ladies, everybody. It's just it's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be crazy.
It seems out of control now. What could you do if, when you get to Congress, you'll be a freshman next January and be seated, but what would be some of the first things you could do as a freshman congressman? I guess it would be more in the support role, but what are you looking for from Speaker Pelosi and hoped for President Biden to do to help the country deal with this COVID crisis and bring it under control?
Right. Well, hopefully we'll take control of the Senate also,
Yeah.
and we can rely on science and not watching Fox News and tweeting about it. Hopefully that'll be the direction we're headed.
Dr. Fauci moves back into his office.
Yeah, let Dr. Fauci back in. Quit filling all the high cabinet positions with Wall Street bankers or, like DeVos with the head of the schools, education department, never been to public school, doesn't send her kids to public school. How'd she get there?
Her brother owns the Blackwater Mercenary Army.
The ones that are going to Portland,
Maybe
yeah.
that helped having an army.
And she donated billions of dollars to Trump. But, getting back to science-based, rational policies should be our number one goal. Number two goal would be getting money out of politics, ending corporate control of politicians, and so they'll actually act for our benefit as the people as a whole, and not just their wealthy handlers.
We can see if there are any questions here. And what about the economy's in a shambles? I think we don't know how bad it is.
Economy's in a man. and it's
What
not
would be
going to
the
stop
first
either.
step there?
Yeah, it's not going to be over anytime soon. I mean, you see the stock market, rich people are making money gambling on everything, but regular working folks are having it super tough. I mean, instead of this $1,200 for everybody and then $6 trillion to the richest people in the world, we need to raise the minimum wage up to at least $15 an hour and guarantee everybody jobs. There are plenty of infrastructure and conservation corps type things that we could be doing all over the country. And it would actually save us money in the long run.
Yeah, Stephen Payne just chimed in. Says Betsy DeVos got there because she's a member of the donor and billionaire class. That's what we were saying. It's not really what you can do, it's who you know in this administration. And,
this administration, of course, they're all like that to a certain degree, the Democrat or Republican. It's just the way it is, or has been for quite a long time, but there are dozens and dozens of new congressmen already that refuse corporate money. So the times they are a-changing.
Yeah, and like you say, around the office here, it's not, the old question used to be, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Or maybe in your opponent's case, better off than you were 2 years ago since the last election. And then you'll say, well, yeah, are you better off than you were 4 months ago?
Yeah.
And that lightning quick change has made it harder to raise money for working class guys like us to get started in the business of changing the government. It's almost like TikTok, the game's locked.
Yeah.
You can't even get in unless you got, your opponent has $800,000, and we're not there yet. So what are you up to coming up this week to get us moving and get us going?
Yeah, well, we're steadily getting going here. It is tough times for a lot of people, but people have been incredibly generous so far, and very excited about this race and our chances this time. We're going to do 4 times as better as we did last time. We're already well ahead of what we were before. Of course, still need more. Money is votes, so it's unfortunately the way it is. So fortunately, we're good with our money, and we know how to get our votes. So you want us to win, you got to keep donating.
We're not able to get out on the road, though. You can't. There's no fairs, festivals, public meetings.
Yeah, no festivals.
It's meetings like this.
No big speeches. It's all going to be this. Getting online, doing Zoom meetings, little mini town halls, and show up, ask a question, let us know what you think.
So you've started doing some Zoom house parties, and it was a lot more fun going to a house party. What was that like compared to now?
Yeah, well, the food's a lot better at the regular house parties.
The beverages
were better. But it's still, it's still nice to see people and find out what they think and get to know everybody and see old friends again. Talking to David, and it's just so weird not being able to go out and visit with your friends anymore.
Yeah, it's a strange, with no kickoff campaign party, and maybe no victory party. We'll just have to watch it on TV and Zoom about it, which isn't as fun.
Well, given this administration, I'm sure we'll still be in the middle of a pandemic by then. Every other country, it won't be, but...
So we got 73,000 votes last time, and you said we paid Well, we spent 12.5 cents on each of those votes.
12 cents a vote.
How many more rolls of quarters would we need to win? I'm thinking maybe if we can double that, maybe if everybody brought a friend to vote with them and a roll of quarters, we could buy some media. But other than that, you've been getting out around town a little bit.
We've been down to Natchitoches and down to D. Ritter for a little bit, and going around. Of course, you can't have big meetings or anything like that with the COVID. It's go and talk to people, and we'll do some live streams, maybe outside down there, and go down to Opelousas and see our friends in Leesville, down there at Fort Polk. And
shout out to Raymond and Natchitoches.
Oh yeah, Raymond.
And Sam Nims over in Minden.
Colonel Nims. We're gonna come see you pretty soon here.
Mm-hmm. So, other than that, I can't think of too much else you could have going on this week other than more time in the office.
Yeah, well, and Thursday, we're gonna have the 6 feet apart question and answer with AJ Haynes, who is credible activist, humanitarian, world-renowned performer, international star. And they have a relatively new record out. Well, they're not records anymore. What do they call them? Album?
Yeah, collection of great music.
Great music.
File.
On their website, Serotones. It's on also on Amazon. I think I bought mine off of Amazon. Or maybe I got the website. And I know it's on Apple. And what's the other one? SoundCloud?
I don't know. I'll have to do some research before she gets here.
Pretty much anywhere you can buy music, it's there. Serotones. Look them up.
Well, is there anything else about anything else?
There's a lot of stuff about everything. The mess that we're going to be cleaning up for the next 4 years, and who knows, maybe 10 years after that, is incredible. I just hope the next administration actually adopts some progressive policies instead of keeping things the same as usual and listening to science and regular folks like us more than they do billionaires and Wall Street. As when working people win, everybody wins. All wealth comes from labor, whether you're working or whether you're exploiting it, like the billionaires are. That's why we need to get more working people into Congress.
Well, that's all I have. Let's go eat.
Okay.
It's supper time.
Yeah. Good to see y'all. Don't forget to share. Go to the website, ryantrundle.com, and donate, or I'm sure Perk put a donate button already into that.
I just happened to get it in there. Sorry, I got you a like and a heart. That's good to see.
Excellent. Yeah. Every quarter is 2 votes, so.
Oh yeah, and need everybody to let us know if they're interested in signs, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get some. Our yard signs should be out this week. You want some yard signs? Send us a message there.
Hey, there's a quick question from Logan.
Oh, hey Logan.
Logan's holding us up, so we can't go in. Glad to see Logan back. Logan says, Ryan, what can we do to ensure more worker co-ops? And that reminds me of my work with Allendale Corner Store Co-op.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, you can support the Allendale's Corner Store Co-op, which is selling memberships. You've been out there hanging out with us at the farmers market on Saturday morning. Ine's selling masks.
And they've got plans
clothes,
and
plants and
books
and lots of information, because those guys in Allendale are not going to live in a food desert. They've been working on this for 2.5 years. We're raising money. It's a widespread group, so join up.
Yeah, Allendale Strong. It's on Facebook. They have a website yet? No.
No website yet, but
on
they
Facebook.
kind of sprung out of the Allendale, the Friends of Allendale page, and this was a group that is trying to solve the food desert issue in Allendale, Lakeside.
And there are a lot of food deserts.
Yeah, and they hope to grow this all over the city, so everybody jump in and help us out, and if you can come by Saturday morning masked up,
Saturday
hang
morning
out
with your
us.
mask on.
Yeah, maybe Ryan will
Farmer's Market.
He'll be at the farmer's market Saturday, and we can talk more. Great question, Logan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and we'll see you next time.